Hey YouTube, I just wanted to respond to a video tag that Heavenly Number, sorry, I know your name, Heaven's a Heavenly Number. She did a video tag about kind of like advice that you would give to pre-oppers, and I think this advice is good for people who are pre-op or people who have just had their surgery. And I am by no means an expert, but these are just things that I've picked up from my own journey that I think would be really helpful. And I apologize if my face is like ultra neon white. I can't help that. It's just the way the camera is, and there's a window right in front of me, and the sun's out, so just have to deal with what we have. Anyway, I was able to come up with 9 different things. So I will try to be as quick as I can with it and as brief as I can with my explanations. But the first one would be to follow the diet plan. This sounds like such common sense, but I had gastric bypass in March 2012. My highest weight was 323. The day of surgery, I was 301. And when I got home, I was like convinced there was no way I was going off the diet plan ever. Like, I was never going off it. And I had no idea what I was going to do for food, because I have such a limited palate and I eat like a 5-year-old child. But it was not even negotiable to me that I wasn't going to go off that plan. And then after you go through the liquid stage, and you go through the pureed, and you go through the soft foods, and then you get to where you could eat real food. And I was fine for like the first maybe 2 months of being post-op. And then I just started trying little things. Like, I wonder if I could eat this, or I wonder if this would make me sick, or I wonder. And now I'm 8 months and almost 8 months, 2 weeks post-op. And I went off the plan like 6 months ago. Not saying I went totally off the plan, but I'm saying I can eat absolutely anything, because dumping syndrome doesn't bother me anymore. I have dumping syndrome still, and all dumping syndrome is, if you're pre-op, all it is the sugar and carbs if you eat too much of either one. Some people are more sensitive to one or the other. Some people aren't sensitive to either one. But for me, if I eat too many sugar or I eat too much carbs, it goes through your system too fast, dumps into your intestinal system, and you just feel god-awful from anywhere between 30 minutes to 2 hours. I made the mistake of trying like a drink of Sprite early in my journey, and that gave me the worst dumping I have had. I don't traditionally drink pop at all anymore since I had surgery, with the exception of my fascination with frozen Cokes, or my obsession with frozen Cokes. I can't seem to completely cut that. It's cut back a lot from what it was. But I don't drink pop. It's basically what I'm trying to say is it's really, really easy to step outside of the guidelines, and then the next thing you know, you're not following the plan like you're supposed to. I still follow it where you're supposed to eat protein first. I still don't drink with my meals. I still eat smaller portions, and I pay attention to my body and when I'm full. But it doesn't happen all the time, and I still eat carbs way more than I'm supposed to. Way more than I'm supposed to. And I eat way more food than I am supposed to, and I eat way more calories than I'm supposed to. But I'm telling you, for the best results and for the healthiest you, please, and to cut out some of that mental crap that you go through, just follow the diet plan. Seriously, follow the diet plan. The second one is take pictures during your journey. I have pictures pre-op, but they were just like, traditional times that you would take a picture. It wasn't specifically for my weight loss journey. And after, I've taken pictures on like my webcam, or I have these videos, or I've taken some momentary shots. But I really recommend that you take a photo every month, at the same day, the same time, every month, wearing the same clothes if you can, and keep those pictures, and start when you're pre-op and just keep them, because I really regret that I didn't do that. I have these videos, so sometimes I'll go back and I'll look at like a video I made like a year and a half ago, because you get so discouraged sometimes, and the photos and the videos, they help to keep you in line with reality, because it's really easy to get totally absorbed with your journey, and then you feel like when you're not doing well, you feel like you're not doing well. So it's just best to have the pictures. The second one, or third one, I'm sorry. The third one is listen to your cravings. And I know this sounds weird, but let me just tell you this. Even after surgery, you will have cravings. You will crave certain foods. However, in my case, and in the case of a lot of people that I know who have surgery, you do not crave the sweets anymore. When I got out of surgery, I was so happy for like weeks and weeks on end, where I was not craving junk. I was not craving any of that stuff. What I was craving were like green beans, and which I've never had green beans in my whole life, so I have no idea why I was craving that. Or I was craving like beef stew, which I've never had in my whole life. After surgery, I felt so in tune and so in line with my body. I felt like I really was connecting with my body and my health. So I have always listened to my cravings. Even to this day, if I'm craving water, even if I'm craving chocolate, I will give myself chocolate, because you don't have to be 100%, 100% of the time. And I will give in to my cravings, whatever they are. It does not mean you go in excess. It does not mean that you give yourself permission to eat that stuff all the time, but your body will tell you what it needs, and it will come out in the form of cravings. And at least for me, it has. And I listen to my cravings, and I've still been losing weight, and I'm still reaching my goal. So it can't be that harmful for you. Number 4, find a support system. I could get really emotional with this, and I'm very sentimental today. So sometime today I'm going to write letters and emails and stuff to people that I've met. But you need a support system. When I failed my 2 psych evals, it was both times. It was because I did not have a support system. And I was bipolar and blah, 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 blah. They were worried about me. And I didn't think it was that important. I was like, oh, I can take care of myself, and I've always taken care of my emotional needs, blah blah blah. It's not even really about that. It's just I can't get into detail about it, but it's so nice to have somebody that understands what you're going through. And it doesn't seem like it would be that big of a deal. But YouTube, for me, has been a godsend, because I'm not the type of person that will go to support group meetings. I don't want to sit in a group of people and talk. I much prefer just going on camera, and if you want to watch me, you do, and if you don't, you turn me off, and I can subscribe to whoever I want and watch their journey and watch their advice. And if I don't want to hear, if the topic doesn't pertain to me, or if I'm just running short of time, I don't have to listen to the whole video, or I can fast forward it. The videos are much, much better for me. And then to meet everybody at the meet and greets. Atlantic City changed my life. It changed the course of my journey. It seriously did. It was that important. And I did not think it was going to be that important until I was there and meeting people. And it wasn't until I was driving home that I realized that just changed my journey. So it's very important to have a support system. Number 5, spend time and give patience in getting to know yourself. You change. Everybody tells you this. You change with surgery. So make sure that you spend time. I mean, it's really easy to get caught up. A lot of us sacrifice ourselves and do for others a lot more than we do for ourselves. But it's really important that you take time to really be honest with yourself and really get to know who you truly are. Listen to what makes you happy. If whatever issues that you have, because we all have issues that we're going to have to deal with through this journey, spend time getting to the bottom of those issues. And even if it's just deep thinking, even if you don't go to counseling, meditation and just spending time reflecting on your thoughts and your emotions and being honest with yourself, it is so important. And you don't get these times all in your life. I mean, this honeymoon period is where you're losing the most weight, but it's also where you make the most change. And these changes stick with you. So it's frustrating sometimes, and it's really overwhelming sometimes, and it happens way too fast for some of us to deal with. It certainly was the case for me, but and I still have times where it's a little overwhelming, but there's new adventures and new aspects of yourself that you experience and you deal with through this journey, and it's really important to know who you are and to accept who you are. So just be patient. You're not going to have it all figured out in a month or a year even, so just take the little moments, reflecting your thoughts. Just be good to yourself. Number 6, although I love this one. Okay. Keep in mind that surgery is about your health. It is not about your looks. Okay, I'm going to say that again because you need to hear that. Surgery is about improving your health. It is not about your looks. It's not about your looks. And I really, really want to emphasize this because we get so caught up, especially in American society. We get so caught up with looks and appearance, and I will tell you right now, it is absolutely true that people treat you differently the thinner you are. I'm not saying that people treat you badly before. I'm not saying that people ignore you. I never felt invisible when I was 323 pounds. I never felt like people were avoiding me or weren't nice to me. But I'm telling, and it's just in very subtle ways, and it happens gradually, and I have no idea why that is, but people do treat you differently. So it's very easy to get caught up in the mentality that looks matter and looks are all that matters. And it is so not about that. There are so many positive consequences to having the surgery that have improved your health. And you really need to keep that as your focal point, because you may not end up, even though you're losing 100 pounds or 150 pounds or some people 200 pounds, you may not still end up with that body because you're going to have excess skin and you're going to have, your body's going to be reshaping itself. You're not going to be the same shape of body that you were when you were heavy. Your body, your weight, and your fat deposits and your excess skin redistribute themselves over your body, and you just change shape. Sometimes it's good and sometimes it's not. So you can't focus on totally the physical. Granted, losing weight and becoming more attractive, if that's how you feel or if that's how society feels, it's a bonus. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I mean, everybody wants to be attractive. But a lot of us, if not all of us, were just as attractive before as we were after. It's just after society agrees with us. That's really all it is. And it's just got to be about health. Please, please, please keep in mind that it's about health. Please. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Number 7 is find exercise that you enjoy. In the summer, it's much easier. I'm getting to like 13 minutes now. In the summer, it's much easier to exercise for me because it's like, I live in the Midwest. I live in Michigan, so it's cold in the winter, cold in the fall. So in the summer, and I was so blessed to have my surgery in March because it was right at the beginning of spring. So I had all summer to do my walking and to do stuff outdoors, and I could travel, and I lost a lot of weight because of that. But now it's starting to get colder, and I'm starting to freak out because I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do for exercise. But what I've been doing this week is I went to a Zumba class that was offered free, like a free trial, like come see if you like it kind of thing. I've tried curves in the past. I've been to gyms. I know when I'm in the car, I'm totally just like, I'm just dancing. I'm like, I probably look ridiculous, but I really don't care. I just don't care. I'll never see that person driving next to me ever again. So who cares? So what I have decided that I'm just going to do is, I know I'm unemployed and I have no money, so I have no money to join the gym, and I don't really like exercising in a gym. I don't like focusing on that I've been walking for 25 minutes, or I'm on an elliptical for 10 minutes, or I'm on this incline, or I'm doing this. I don't like gyms. I just don't. And I would never stick with it if I joined one. And I'm not real cool with paying for classes. I think that's kind of like a jip to pay for a class that. So what I'm doing is I'm just finding free Zumba moves and classes on YouTube. I'm looking up different aerobic exercises through videos on YouTube because I also don't have a DVD player. So I'm really limited as to what I can't even play like a workout video. So all I'm doing really is just dancing around my house. And I'm watching aerobics videos, and I'm watching free Zumba videos, and I'm combining the moves that feel comfortable for my body, that make me feel sexy, that make me feel empowered, that make me feel good. And I do those to my music that I enjoy listening to. And it's so much easier to do that than to get dressed and go outside and go to a class or just set time aside for the gym. I'm not saying that that stuff's not important. If that's what you like to do, then that's what you like to do. But for me, I don't enjoy that stuff. And I think I'm just going to dance all winter because I have no rhythm. I'm a total white girl. I have no rhythm at all. But I'm going to dance, and I'll just close my blinds and nobody can see me, and my cats can laugh at me later. Number 8 is have your own goals. This is also very important because I got really caught up in kind of assimilating to everybody else's goals, where I thought I had to walk a 5K, and I thought I had to be a size 10 by the time I hit goal, and I had to have really buff arms, like you know who she is. Everybody in the community knows who has the arms in this community. So, but I thought that I had to reach all these goals and I had to be a certain size, and that stuff is not even important to me. When I get down to what's important to me, it's just really feeling healthy, being independent because of that health. Not just I'm in my 30s now, but in my 40s, 50s, 60s, and 70s, I want to be able to live on my own, and I want to be able to have my own independence because I'm healthy and I don't have to worry about being in a nursing home because I'm too sick to take care of myself. And I don't have any kids. I don't know if I'm going to have any kids. So I'm not going to be able to rely on somebody to take care of me. So for me, it's just health, enjoying life because I have that vitality, being independent because of my health, enjoying my family and friends, enjoying life in general. Just those are what's important to me. And if I don't need to run a 5K, I don't need to do any of that stuff. To me, it's just great to be healthy and to be enjoying life. And those are my goals. And the last one, which I kind of already stepped on, but is remember to live and not obsess over the food and surgery. And that's really, really hard to do because we always have to pay so much attention to what we're eating and how much we're exercising and what we're eating and how we're eating. And so it's really hard to kind of like remove yourself from that mentality, but you really have to remember to enjoy life. And it's so fleeting, even with us regaining our health or having health for the first time. Life is so fleeting and it goes so fast. It's just really important to spend time with your family, your friends. Almost made it through a whole video without crying. You know, I had to at least once because I always do. But just get out there and enjoy life. Do things that you've never done before. Do things you've always wanted to try. Even if you don't do, like, exceptional things, just going out for a walk on a nice day when you would have otherwise taken a nap. Or, you know, taking your nieces and nephews or your kids out to play instead of taking them, you know, to play with their friends. You play with them, you know. Just little things like that that just help you to enrich your life and make you feel that you're happy to be alive because the surgery saved your life. So appreciate life and enjoy every moment. And that's not to say you're not going to take things for granted sometimes, but you can absolutely appreciate and value your life a lot more once you have surgery, because you just feel like living. So live. Anyway, that's my advice, 20 minutes worth. Jeez, I talk a lot. I'm sorry about that. But anyway, if you're watching this and you want to tag and you want to do your own video, whatever, that's great. Everybody would love to hear advice, but those are mine. And I thank you for watching, and I will talk to you guys all soon. Thanks so much. Bye.